Okay, go ahead. Hezekiah, lift up that camera a bit this way. Turn the top a little bit just so it goes up. Yeah, no, the camera part under lens. See if you can lift it up just a little bit. Yeah, like that. All right, Shalom Israel. This is the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Well, La Yasha Allah, which means to Israel. Alright, this is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abba Noah, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Baba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawal, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nafonda Noah, Lakom, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaki Noah, Kabawafi Noah, Kasalaki Noah, Kabawafi Noah, Wala'ah, Fabia Noah, Banasa 1, Abol, Hamashai Noah, Mayon, right, Kaya, Lakar, Hamalakwa, Baha Allah, Papa Araf, La'aywalamia, Amen. This is the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever, so be it. This is the blessings in the Hebrew. The Hakat. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Babakashah, Nafanda Noah, Hakat, Rapa'ah, Kalmakala, Wakal Hakat, Latahar, Hamatazarayam, Hakat, Lahakiam, Hamathiam, Hakat, Arakal Waf, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, for Wada Arman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. It's the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakufah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Alahayam, Mataza Bi'ah, Allah Wafyahana, Ha Allah Wafyam, Ha Saranyam, Ha Katazayanyam, Ha Kilayanyam, Wa Akwafyam, Yaha, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wa the Aman. In the English, bless you Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohanan, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hahayam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'aratazah, Al-Yafam, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shemaka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayishan, Shawamah, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemaka, Yahweh, Tizalka, Al-Yad, Yam Yakar, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ah, Yakakar, Wayarak, Bilayila, Yahweh, Yashamaka, Makalrai, Yashama, Afna Pashka, Yahweh, Yashama, Tazafka, Wabawaka, Ma'aifa, what I will love. This is Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Al-Hayam, Al-Damayalaka, Al-Fakarash, wa Al-Fashikwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Yabdika, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Aimaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawadar, Wayafa, Your Itazawa, Altazapawanyika, Amawa, Lakawa, Wala Kakada, Magaya, Wala Yazaka, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, No Itazawa, Laba, Yaka Adwa, Alika, Ba Yaf, Yakarafba, Al-Halia, Adawam, Wa Yashamai, Alayam, Mawaba, Wahagayam, Kabal, Wa Aimawa, Wa Aimalak, Palishaf, Aini Shabya, Tazawa, Gam Ashawa, Nalawa, Aimam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadyan, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabian, Banaka'al, Kwayashwan, Nashimadwa, Ba'ayan, the Arab, Hayawa, the Man, the Simam, Shaifanwa, Nada, Yabmuwa, Ka'ira, Wakazaba, Wakazabat, Wakazalmanai, Kan Nasa Yikamwa, Ashar, Amawa, Narisha, Lanawa, Af, Na'awaf, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayfamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Ka'ash, Baba Ira, Ya'ira, Wa, Kalahaba, Falahat, Harayam, Khan, Faradatma, Basa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapa Afka, Babahalam, Mala'ah, Panyaham, Palawan, Waya, Wapashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya, Wahalwa, Ijai, Waya, Kapawa, Waya, Ampadwa, Waya, the Iwa, Kaya, Afa, Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Alka, Arataza. Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth, make their nobles like Areb, and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabar and as Zalmanah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in procession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the storm before the wind, as the fire burn of a wood, and as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and troubled forever, yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. Now we're going to do the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us by prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school, force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, post-Kumatazi, the gay movement, spy, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, army, navy, air force, marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels, and the radio channels, convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. Alright, that's all the praise done. Which means to Israel. as you know, it's our customs to go to Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. So this is where we're going to go to. We're going to go to Leviticus chapter and we're going to read it in the Hebrew and in the English. Also, if you got any questions, just type them in and we'll get to them. So I'm going to read 7 verses in the Hebrew and there's 7 verses in the English. Hold on, let me get my app. Give me 1 second. Where's my app? Put this camera down for me just a little bit. Just a little bit. Sure, go ahead. Yeah, just push the camera. Yeah, like that. That should be too long. So this is Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayada bar Yahweh Allah Masha La'amah the bar al Banya Yasha Ale wa Amaraf Alaham Mawa Yediya Yahweh Ashar Fakra'awa Afam Makra'aya Kudash Alha Ham Mawa Aija Shashaf Yam for Aisha Malaka Waba Yawam Hasha but I Shabafwan Makra Kudash Kal Malaka La for Aishawa Shabaf Hawa La Yahawa Bakal Mawa Shabaf Yikom. Verse 4. Alaha Mawa Idea Yahawa Makra'aya Kudash Asherah Fakra'awa Afam Bama Idam. Verse 5. Bakadash Harashawan Ba'ar Rabbi Aisha Lakadash Bayan Ira Rabyam Pasak La Yahweh. Verse 6. What Bakmasha Aisha Yawam Lakadash Hazahar Kagar Hamatazawaf La Yahweh Shaba Aif Yamayam Matazawaf for a Kawa. Verse 7. Bayawam Harashawan Makura'ah Kudash Yahweh Lakam Kala Malakaf Ibada La'ah for Aishawa. All right, so that's 7 verses in the Hebrew. Now we're going to read Leviticus chapter 23 and 1. Now we're going to read 7 verses in the English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speaking to the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord. So this chapter right here is about the feast days of the Lord. We go over every feast day because it's our laws. So we keep our culture and our customs intact. Let's read on. Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. Now the first of our feast days was the Sabbath day. So it gives you them in order. The first one was the Sabbath day. 6 days shall work be done, and the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. So these are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month, at even is the Lord's Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's what we're in right now, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We're closing up the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Unleavened bread is this what we're about to eat right now. You're meant to eat this for 7 days. That's what unleavened bread is. Let's read on. Yeah, that's pretty far. But 7 days, 6 days shall work be done, but 7 days the Sabbath of rest and the holy convocation. Hold on, I was at verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month, the even is the Lord's Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread. Unto the Lord, 7 days you must eat unleavened bread. So because we had to leave Egypt in haste, we ate unleavened bread for that duration of time. We ate unleavened bread. No yeast, no raisin agents, no carbon, whatever other names to give it. No, it doesn't know how to do it. It's 12. And it says, in the first day, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work. So on the first day, we don't no servile work. We don't no servile work. Why? Because it was a Sabbath and it's a feast day of the Lord. But now in this kingdom, they force us to do servile work. So now we're going to go back into the Hebrew. We're going to read verse 8 in the Hebrew. Wahakurabfam Ashar La Yahweh Shaba Aif Yam Yam Bayawam Hashaba Ayai Makura A Kudash Kal Malakaf Ibada La for Aishawa. Verse 9. Wayadaba Yahweh Al Mashah La Amar the Ba Al Banya Yasha Ale Wa Amaraf Alaham Kaya Faba Awa Alha Ha'aratazar Ashar Anya Nafan Lakum Wakwataza Rafam Afar Kwataza Yura'ah Wahaba Afam Afar Aymar Ra'ashayaf Kwataza Yurkam Allah Hakahan Wahanawap Afar Aymar Lapanya Yahweh La Ratazar Nakum Mama Karaf Hashabaf Yana Yapanwa Hakahan Wa Aisha Yafam by Yawam Hana Yapakam Afar Ha'aimar Kabash Mama Yam Ban Shanafan La Ilaha La Yahweh. One more verse. Wama Rak Fawa Shanya Aisha Renayam Salaf Balawalaha Bashaman Ashaha La Yahweh Rayak Nayaka Wanasaka Yayan Rabba Yaifa Hahawan. All right, now we're going to read Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 8 in the English. So the book Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 8 in the English. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. In the seventh day is an holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. And the Lord and the seventh day is now no servile work therein. It's a feast day. It's the closing of the feast of unleavened bread. And the Lord spake to Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I gave unto you and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest, and he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you on the morrow after the Sabbath. The priest shall wave it, and ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf and he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, and offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor. And the drinking offering thereof shall be of wine, the fourth part of a hin. And ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn nor green ears until the self same day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout all your dwellings and all your generations. Now I'm going to read back to the Hebrew, Leviticus chapter 5. I'm going to start Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 15. So I'm going to go to the book of Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 15 in the Hebrew. What's a parapham lakom mama karaf hashabaf mayawam habaya akam afar aima hafana wapa shabai shabafwan fama yama faha yana Aida, Mama Karaf, Hashabaf, Hashabayaf, Fasa Parawa, Kamashayam, Yawam, Wahakwa Rabfam, Manaka, Kadash, La Yahweh, Mama Shabaf Yakum, Fabayu Lakum, Fanawapa, Shafayam, Shanya, Aisharikum, Salaf Faha Yana Kamataza Fa'apa Yanaha Bakurayam La Yahweh. Verse 18. What Kurab from Ayla Halakom Shaba'if Kabashiyam Fama Fabayam Yam Banya Fanaha Wapa Ban Bakwa Akad Wa'alam Shanayam Yahayan I la Yahweh Wamana Wamam Fakam what Nasakam Ashar Rayak Nayaka La Yahweh what Aishaya from Sha'ayara Isayam Akad Lekatafa Washanya Kabasham Banya Shanaf Lazabat Alam Yukom Wahanayat Hakahan Afam Ayla Lakad Lakam Habakur Rayam Fanawapa Lapanya Yahweh Ayla Shanya Kabashayam Kwadash Yahya La Yahweh Lakahan. Verse 21. Wakarafam Ba'aitazam Hayawam Hazaha Makra'ah Kwadash Yahweh Lakam Kal Malakaf Ibada La'ah for Aishawa Kakwaf Iwalam Bakal Mawasha Bafyukum La the Rafyukum what buck Kurkum Afar Kotazira Aratazakum La'a Fakalaha Pa'afar Shabak Bakwatarak Walakwat Kwatazara Rak La'a Falakwat La Ainaya Walaga for Izab Afam and Yahweh Al Hayikom. All right, so we're going to read verses Leviticus 23 and 15 to 22. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 tenth deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savour unto the Lord. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to the Lord for the priest. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. So on these feast days, we were supposed to get the day off, but the oppressor that we ruled over by doesn't give us the day off, man. But when we was governed by our own people, we would have those days off. So now I'm going to go to Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 23 in the Hebrew down to 30. Wayada bar Yahweh al Mashah La'amah. The bar al Banya Yasha'ala La'amah Bakadash Hashabya Aya Ba'akad Lakadash Yahweh Lakom Shabbathwan Zakarawan Farawai Makura'ah Kudash Kal Malakaf Ibada La'ah for Aishawa, Waha Kurabfam, Ashah, La Yahweh, Wayadaba Yahweh, Al Mashah, La'amah, Ak, Ba'aishawa, Lakadash, Hasha Ba'aya, Hazahar, Yawam, Hakapariyam, Hawa'ah, Makara'ah, Kwadash, Yahweh, Lakam, Wa Aina Yafam, Afar, na Pashfikom, Wahakurab Fam, Ashar, La Yahweh, Wakal, Malakaf, La'ah, for Aishawal, Ba'aitazam, Hayawam, Hazahar, Kaya, Yawam, Kapayam, Hawaha, Lakapa, Ailikam, Lapanya, Yahawa, Al-Hayikum, Kaya, Kala, Hanapash, Ashar, La'ah, for Aina, Ba'aitazam, Hayawam, Hazahar, Wanakarafa, Aimaya, Wakal, Hanapash, Ashar, for Aisha, Kala, Malakaf, Ba'aitazam, Hayawam, Hazahar, Waha'a, Waha'a, Badafya, Afar, Hanapash, Hahawa, Makwa'ab, Aima. So now I'm going to read the book of Leviticus, chapter 23 all the way down to 30. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month is the first day of the month, shall you have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing the trumpets. So this whole, okay, give me 1 second. This whole chapter is about the feast days of the Lord. So that's where we're at right now, Leviticus the 23rd chapter. Shalom, Speaking to the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month is the first of the month, shall you have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing the trumpets. Now, as you know, during the times we blew them trumpets and the walls came down, man, and the Lord wanted a memorial of that. What you'll find is all these memorials in the Bible is when the Lord saved us from our enemies, man. The Passover was saved from our enemies. The blowing the trumpets, we destroyed our enemies. In the book of Maccabees with Hanukkah, destroyed our enemies. Purim destroyed our enemies. All these feast days the Lord wants us to celebrate is of him destroying our enemies, man, after they tried to kill us. You don't see Easter or nowhere in here, man. Today, everyone's celebrating Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday is not in the Bible, man. Easter Sunday is nowhere in the Bible. That comes from an ancient Sumerian idol worship, man. And the Akkadians and all the way back then, the time of Sumeria, and the Akkadian empires, they was worshipping Ishtar, and over time her name changed into Easter, and over time the name kept changing, and it's Easter today. They used to spell it E-O-S-T-R-E, and it was a fertility goddess. Hold on, let me see if I can show it. Let me just quickly screen share. Mm-hmm. So now, if you look on here, it will say to you, hold on, it will say to you, Easter, Proto-Germanic, is a West Germanic spring goddess. The name is reflected in Old English, Easter, Eastro, and these are all the names for it. It will tell you here, hold on. We'll say it's a Germanic spring goddess, man, and she was the god of fertility and eggs and all of those things. because they worship rabbits and eggs because they believe rabbits had loads of babies and whatnot. So they use them eggs as a sign of fertility, and that's where your Easter eggs comes from today, man. That's nowhere in the Bible. But what is in the Bible is the things that we're celebrating right now. So hold on, let me read on. Verse 26. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation. Now, the day of atonement is where there's no food and no drink for 24 hours, man, where you atone and all of those things, which means to be at one with the Lord. That's what atonement means. Hold on. Says, ye shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire, and you afflict your souls by what? No food and no drink for 24 hours. The Jewish man thinks afflicting his soul is putting a pin in his shoe and hurting himself. You don't afflict your soul that way, man. Some people think afflicting your soul is you harming yourself and you going above and beyond, whereas you just afflict your soul by no food and no drink. Whether you do more or less, it doesn't mean more. The Lord just wants you to do what he said, afflict your soul, no food and no drink. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. For whatsoever soul it be, that soul shall not be afflicted in the same day. He shall be cut off from among his people. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth and work in that same day, the same soul will he destroy from among his people. So that's how serious the Lord took it. Now we're going to go back into the Hebrew and read another 7 verses. So this is Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 31 in Hebrew. Ye shall do no manner of work. Oh, so I can read it in English. Let me read it in Hebrew. Kela, malakaf, la'ah, for Aishawa, kakwaf, what I will la dara for you come, bakal, masharaf you come, shabaf one, how all the come. What I need from afar, na pass for you come, buffer I like a dash by your rob, my I rob, I rob, fasha buff one, shabuff come, wa yadabar, Yahweh, al mashah, la amar, the bar, al banya yasha'ala, la amar, become a shah, I shah yawam, like a dash. Hasha but I hazahar kagar hasakawaf shaba aif yamayam la Yahweh bayawam harashawan makura kadash kal malakaf I radar la for Aishawa shaba aif yamayam fakri for Kwa Riyabwa, Asha, La Yahweh, Bayawam, Hashamayan, Wa Makra Kudash, Yahweh Lakam, Wahakarab Fam, Asha, La Yahweh, I Tazaraf, Hawa Kala Malakaf, I Badar La for Aishawa. Now I'm going to read Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 37 in the English. The book of Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 37. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and drink offerings, everything upon his day. Beside the Sabbaths of the Lord, and beside your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your freewill offerings which ye shall give unto the Lord. Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath, and ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of the goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of fig trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. all that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord. So now let me read. Now I got to read Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 37 to 44 in the Hebrew. It says, these are the feasts of the Lord, which okay. It says, Alahah, Mawa Idiyah, Yahweh, Ashar, Fakra'awa, Afam, Makra'aya, Kodash, Kriyab, Ashar, La Yahweh, Ilah, Wamaraka, Zabak, Wanasakiam, the Bar Yawam, Baya Wamawa, Malabad, Shabafa, Yahweh, Wamalab, Labad, Mafina Wafyukom, Wamalabadar, Kila, Nadarikam, Wamalabadar, Kila, Nadar, Bawa for Yukom, Ashar, Fafanawa, La Yahweh, Ah, Bakamashar, Aishar, Yuwam, Lakadash, Hashabah, what Aya, Baasa Pekam, Afar, Faba what Afaf, Ha'aratazar, Fakagawa, Afar, Magar, Yamawa, Shaba Aif, Yamayam, Bayawam, Hara Ashawan, Shabafwan, Wabayawam, Hashamayanya, Shabafwan, Kwakafan, Lakam, Bayawam, Hara Ashwan, Paraya, Itazar, Hadar, Kapaf, Famariyam, Wayanap, Itazar, Ibaf, Ayurabya, Nakal, Washam, Washam Kifam, Lapanya, Yahweh, Al Hayakum, Shabaif, Yamayam, Wakagafam, Afawa, Kagar, La Yahweh, Shabaif, Yamayam, Bashana, Kakwaf, I Walam, La Duff, let the rough you come, Bakadash, Hashab, Ayah, Fakagawa, Afawa, Basakaf, Mashabawa, Shabaif, Yamayam, Kal, Ha'azarak, Bayash Ra'al, Yashabawa, Basakaf, Lama Iwa, I the Iwa, that thereafter you come, Kaya, Basakwaf, Hawashabafya, Afar, Banya, Yasha'ala, Bahawatazar, Ya, our farm, Ma'aratazar, Matazarayam, Anya, Yahawa, Alaha, Kom, Wayadaba, Masha, Afar, Ma'aidaya, Yahawa, Alha, Banya, Yasha'ala. All right, that's all the 44 verses. Allah Yasha'ala, which means to Israel. All right, stand and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abba Noah, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamkar, Yahweh, Malakukar, Daba'ah, Ratizakar, Hayah, Aishah, Baratizah, War, Hayah, Shemayim, Thunder Noah, Cow, Yawam, what's the lucky Noah, Kabawafi Noah, Kabalaki Noah, Kabawafi Noah, Kabawafi Noah, Manisa one. Bob, Abishai Yan, Right, Kayah, Lakar, Amalakwa, Aman.
And in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debt, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
We're going to do the Hakat, the past structure in the Hebrew. Yahweh,
Bashem,
Yahushai,
Babakashah,
Fandana, Hakak,
Lapa'ah, Kalmakala,
Kama the Wah,
Hakak, Natahah,
Kamatazarayim, Hakiam,
Hamakiam,
Hakak,
Awakawak,
Lagarashan, Yahushai,
Tawadak,
Aman.
And in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power, the power to heal, all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushai, thank you. So be it.
This is the blessings in the Hebrew. Barak Yahweh.
Why
Yahushai.
Wama yaka Allah. Wa ala hayam. And in the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohanan, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it.
In the English, no, Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahayam, Ma'ayan, Isaiah, Yahweh, Aishah, Shemayim, Ratizah, number one, Regalka, Ayanawam, Shemaka, Hana, Yanawam, Yayashan, Shawamah, Yahweh, Shemaka, Yahweh, Tazaka, Al-Yad, Yam Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ab, Yakakab, Wayarak, Yahweh, Shemaka, Yashamah, Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamah, I will love. And in the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out, and thy coming in, from this time forth, and even forevermore. So be it. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayah.
Al-Damayah.
Lakar. Al-Fakarash.
Al-Fakarash.
Wa'al. Tashakwat.
Al.
Kayahanam. Awayabikon. Yahamam. Yawan. Ra'ash. Al-Aimaka. Al-Yamwa. Sawadab. Wayafab. Aitazawo. Al-Tazapuwanika. Amawa. Lakakidam. Gaya. Wala. Yazakar. Sham Yasha'ala. Iwadab. Kayab. No Aitazawo. Labab. Yaka'adwa. Al-Yakab. Bayaf. Yakarafwa. Aliyah. Adawam. Wab. Yashamai. Alayam. Mawa'aba. Wahagayim. Bo. Aimawan. Aimalak. Anishabya. Tazawar. Gam Ashawar. Alawab. Imam. Hayawab. Zarawai. Labanya. Salam. Shalom. Kamadyan. Siyab. Sara'ah. Kayabyan. Wanakal. Kayashwan. Nashamadwa. Ayan. The Arab. Hayawab. The Adamah. Shaytamwa. Hadar. Yamwa. Iram. Wakazabat. Wakatizal. Manai. Kal. Nasiyakamwa. Shah. Amawa. Nairashah. Ladawab. Na'awaf. Alahaya. Shaytamwa. Galgala. Kakwash. Lapanyarikab. Ka'ash. Ira. Wakala Habab. Hariyam. Khan. Faradatma. Irika. Wabasar. Wapafka. Mala'ab. Panyaham. Palawan. Wayab. Kwashwa. Shamkar. Yahawa. Yabashwa. Hayab. Hawa. Ajai. Wayab. Kapawa. Wayab. Badwa. Wayab. Aiwa. Kayab. Adar. Shamkar. Yahawa. Labadka. Ayawan. Al-Kahar. Aratazar. Aman. Psalm 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabor and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. I shall also rejoin with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Made their nobles like Oreb, and like Zayeb. Yea, all their princes as Zobah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as a fire burning for wood, and as a flame set up the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded
And troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame
And perish.
and perish.
That men may know.
That men may know
That thou,
that thou,
whose name alone,
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the Most High,
art the Most High,
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
So be it.
So be it.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and
And all
earth,
things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
And evils.
And evils.
Curses.
And curses.
Punishment.
And punishment.
Destruction.
And destruction.
To the heathen. To
And
the
the
heathen.
heathen.
Speak against us.
That speak against
Thy
us.
prophets.
Thy prophets.
Teachers.
Thy teachers.
The
The princes.
priests.
The priests.
Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
And evils.
And evils.
Curses.
And curses.
Punishment.
And punishment.
Destruction.
And destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose.
And shake loose.
The
The treasure.
of the rich
Of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to the school.
To give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into thy
To enter into thy sanctuary.
And evils.
And evils.
And
And curses.
Punishment.
And punishment.
Destruction.
And destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
Nations.
And the nations.
The drug dealers.
And the drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
Prison system.
The prison system.
And parenthood.
And parenthood.
All the governments of our
All the
enemies.
governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and
Amalek
armies.
synagogues and armies.
The Roman Catholic Church.
The Roman Catholic Church.
The
Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Egyptology. Militia. Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Posse
Comitazi.
Gay movement. The lesbian movement.
The lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
That's the space program.
That's the space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy. Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines. Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
Cable access channel.
Cable access channels.
The radio channel.
The radio channels.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the spirit
Of any of thy people.
of any of thy people.
And seek to stop us.
who seek to stop us.
Bring swift destruction.
Bring swift destruction.
To all the heathen.
To all the heathen.
Stand in the way.
Stand in the way.
Try to stop us.
Try to stop us.
Broadcasting your words.
Broadcasting your words.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose.
Let loose.
All the plagues.
All the plagues.
Cause them to go.
Cause them to go.
To and fro.
To and fro.
Through the earth.
Through the earth.
Consume them.
And consume them.
Let the plagues.
Let the plagues
shake the house of the thief.
the house of the thief.
And the murderer.
And the murderer.
Let Yahushua.
Let Yahushua.
Michael.
Michael.
Gabriel.
And Gabriel.
Come down.
Come down.
The flying saucers.
The flying saucers.
Punish all the heathen.
Punish all the heathen.
Come up against us.
Come up against us.
Speak thy word.
And speak thy word.
Cause us to be known.
Cause us to be known.
By all.
By all.
That is the angel.
That is the angel
That have done it.
that have done it.
Cause it to be spread.
Cause it to be spread.
Through the media.
Through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake.
Cause them to shake.
That thy coming.
That thy coming.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always.
Always.
So be it.
So be it.
There you go, Ariel. You can call it now. Minute Israel,
Men of Israel, so return. You leave the teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I Mariam Shabbat. I Mariam Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakatah.
Yad Yamatah. Sa, which means turn. I'm going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I Mariam Shabbat. I Mariam Barak.
Yahweh
Shema Nadam Hashem Yahushai. Yad Yamatah. Class dismissed.
Shalom Israel, we're gone again.